Good evening, everybody. Good evening, everybody. Happy Friday. Finally at the end of the week once again. Not sure why that was set to 2 minutes. Only people on YouTube probably were able to see that. The opening screen was set to 2 minutes for some reason. I noticed that too late after I pressed go live, and I need to click over, and I just clicked 10 seconds, and here we go. So that was awkward. Anyways, let's check if we are live, and we shall begin. Just popped up, and ta-da! I think we're live. Yes, there we go. Perfect. So I actually saw that there were people who gave this stream likes. Israel, my dad, of course. Then I forgot who this was. Isa Montalvo. Yeah, she has 36,000 followers. Awesome. Well, bring him over. Bring him on over. Let's have it's a fun night. Yeah, just let's see. Got one viewer already on YouTube. That's perfect. I know who that is. So yeah, so just some notes. I should just start talking a little bit. Once people come here, then I can hear myself. There we go. Yeah, so once people join in, I'll let everybody know. There's 2 people on LinkedIn. One of them is me, and still popping in and out, whatever. Okay, so it's an interesting week. I think I mentioned that the last Sunday, but it's 2 separate audiences because this event is separate from that Sunday event. Well, my weekly reflection or weekly wrap up. One more. So yeah, but this was the last official week of classes. I mean, Wednesday was the last day of classes, and then today was my first final, and then next Tuesday is my last final, and yeah, and then it's all over for year 2. So I already made a quote unquote celebration post celebrating the end of my second year here. Let's see if I can. Here we go. Let's see. Share. Here we go. Share. There we go. Should be good. Perfect. And now, wrapped year 2 at IWU. Now it's time to build. Yeah. So I'm obviously, as I mentioned in this post, I'm a self-funding student. Unlike many others at this college, and I know that, and very well aware of that. That's why many of other people around me can afford to take naps and just focus on classes or athletics or whatever it might be. I respect it. Of course, it can be tough as well, but funding your own college is what do you call it? Funding your own college is always fun. I guess. Yeah. Well, anyways, so yeah. So it was in the post I mentioned that I didn't yet for my sales and video endeavors and then all that stuff, and also thanks to being busy with classes and a lot of reading, just a lot of reading, writing, everything. This semester was very much packed with it, and it was meant to be, I guess, because they got it planned out like that. For history majors, especially some sophomore years, typically a lot of writing, a lot of reading. So yeah, I kind of half expected it, but yeah, it kind of stunted my growth sales wise. Although I did meet a lot of people, I said that too. I did build a fantastic network and learned a lot. I've met with so many people on Lunch Club, on through my regular meetings, the casual one-on-one chats, about which I also made a post, and yeah, so they were so it was nice, sure, the chats and everything, but the thing is that those didn't bring me money because those weren't sales chats per se. Those were just people like to always call them opportunities, but then the opportunities kind of vanish when you try to follow up with some of them and then they just ghost you. So yeah, that happens, of course. I mean, there's a lot of people in the world, and I don't get hung up on some person ghosting me. That's just whatever. You can do that. I'll go search for the other one. Go search for the one person ghosts me, 10 others are there to follow up with, to talk to and stuff. So yeah, so that's what I'm working on right now, trying to do. And yeah, but anyways, to all the viewers, if you have any opportunities, then please do send them. Please do send them my way. Be that said also here, introductions, referrals, shares, recommendations, introductions. If you know anybody who wants these skills like video creation, editing, I have some. My dad does LinkedIn profile makeovers. He also does web design. And so if you know anybody who needs these skills, there's a lot of people who need these skills. So you might not even know that. Some people might tell you, yeah, my website is good, and then look at it and it's a website from the .com bubble, right? Yeah, it's it's a little whatever. Some people don't just understand what modern or good is, and so we do modern. We don't do .com bubble websites, fortunately. Yeah, let's see. How many viewers do we have? Still one. Nobody on LinkedIn, it seems like. Interesting. Huh. Still kind of dead, but that's not a discouragement for me, because last time I believe there was only a couple people here and there, but then out of nowhere, pretty much, it grew. Like the peak live viewers, I think, on LinkedIn was 5, and on YouTube I think it was 3, I believe. Yeah. Anyways, not a lot of commenting, so I'll probably put it right here. If you are watching it around the chat, please do comment and like and then everything like that. So this stream will be available to more people, so that more people can come in and talk about random stuff with us. Random, yeah. I mean, it can be literally anything. I don't do only. Sure, I like AI and technology and history and some other topics, but not limited to. Of course, you can bring in any other topic. I can give my opinion on it. And if I don't know it, then I'll gladly learn. I mean, that's what I'm on here for. A lot of people have forgotten the original purpose of networking, and that is to shut up and listen. You have to listen to be able to learn something new, or something original, right? Or something funny, even. So yeah, so you need to just be able to shut your pie hole, as George Carlin said. I recently saw that bit, actually. How to get out of a conversation. Shut the up comes up as one, an option. Blow it out your, stuff like that. Just blow it out your ass, and yeah, that stuff can definitely enhance the conversation. So yeah, please do use those. Anyways, what else did we have? We had let's talk about this. Oh yeah, let's see. Because everybody loves ChatGPT, everybody loves AI right now, of course, as has been the case since it came out, and when I started using it in November 2022. Actually, one more news before I step into that, because one more personal here. Let's see. Let me find it's public information. I don't care. Here we go. Share. This guy. There we go. So with this guy, Leslie Wooton, I will be. I think. Wait. We gotta go through his events, right? Oh no, an ambulance. There we go. So I'll be on this one, on this little podcast. Not a podcast with Leslie Wooton. We'll be talking about AI, artificial intelligence together. We'll dive into where I started, where it is now, where it's headed. And yeah, and so come at 12 p.m. Eastern. It's actually typically the time for my my Sunday stream, but yeah, it's on Tuesday, so Tuesday, April 29th, 12 p.m. EST. Come on over, and let's have a nice old event. I'll actually, I just realized like once it's Monday, because my invites reset on Monday. I typically send like 850 invites to my Sunday's event. So it has to reset. I think I get like 1,000 or something like that. I forgot. Anyway, so once it is Monday, I'll invite like 400 people to this event here, and I guess we'll see what he has to offer. I saw his last stream. He actually shouted me out there at the end. Here, that was a fun one because I commented a lot on this one because I like to engage with people when they have a nice stream. So,
about our supplement. Work your strategy. If you want to say, oh, this is no longer our goal, we're taking a change. We need your leadership so that you can tell us, here's the end goal. Here's what I'm trying to do. Do that. Leadership isn't getting replaced by a podcast. I'm Leslie Wooten. Excited to Carell, thanks for joining. I appreciate that so much. Big fan of what you're doing, how you're out there. A lot of what I'm doing with this, not a podcast, is truly based on you out there going. I saw you on Sundays doing your weekly reviews, which I truly try to get into. I know I've made one. But yes, this absolutely inspired by you out there going, I'm just doing this. I'm like, I need to get in that headspace. That's exactly what I try to learn by working with other professionals there. So I thank you for being out there, being engaged, being active. It's inspiring. And even though I'm one of the old goats who's been here for a long time, and you're one of the new goats joining in the space, it's great to have that engagement and see it out there. So I appreciate that, and that's something I've learned from you. And here's my dedication to showing up, doing it, make sure that I'm participating and following through. So thanks, guys.
Yeah, so we also talked about we talked about AI and stuff, but yeah, so there's his endorsement of me, see that another would you call it a testimonial? Not joking. That's it was his motivation, is what he said. It was me doing the weekly, the Sundays streams and stuff. So yeah, so on the next one I'll be present and see how it goes. It should be a fun event, hopefully. And join in. That's his name. Mark your calendars, and I'll see you there. So now, there we go. So, what else should I do? Some more stuff has popped up now. Another thing that happened. Wait, is this this? There you go. I think it should work. Ow, my eyes. The New York Times at least gonna wake me up a little bit. Are you kidding? I thought I was logged in. Okay, I'm logged in. Come on. Is it gonna load or gonna get stuck? Okay. It's gonna need a. There was like, you guys didn't see this, but there was like 10 redirects. It was to Google, to my school, to my school's authentication, to New York Times authentication, to New York Times like a special window, and then it popped down, and I don't know what this is. Anyways, so let's share this. I hope. Wait, hang on. I hope it's not a paywalled article. If it's a paywalled article, I can't share this. I don't think. That'll be bad. Let's actually not do that. I just realized. Ooh. Yeah, here we go. I hope it's not paywall either. Shouldn't be. I'll have to check that out if like sharing. I'll ask ChatGPT right now. Is sharing, screen sharing paywalled NYT articles on stream copyright infringement? Because I know for ChatGPT to regurgitate paywalled articles, it is copyright infringement. So, well, they were actually suing each other about that. But yeah, it is. Oh, it is. It can constitute copyright infringement, especially if done without proper authorization. Which articles are protected by copyright? Yeah. Fair use, while fair use may apply in limited cases, such as commentary, criticism, parody, these defenses are narrowly interpreted and fact-specific. Simply reading or displaying an entire article on stream is unlikely to qualify as fair use. Yeah, especially with substitutes. So that's why, for example, on my videos, I have to kind of address it. On my videos, I do only like bits and pieces of screenshots, and I don't typically do it from paywall articles. Yeah, but I still don't do the entire article and just share it, right? But otherwise, yeah, because I do commentary, parody, whatever you want to call it. So yeah, so that's what I do, and that is fair use. And technically, even any other sort of movie clip I've ever used, or other YouTube video clip I've used, and also those are fair use. So this one, saying please, thank you to ChatGPT costs millions of dollars. Yeah, and you know, it's interesting. Tens of millions of dollars well spent. You never know. It's funny, but yeah, I mean, apparently, it'll match your energy, right? I can't look at the white screen all the time. I'm sorry. It'll match your energy. So that means if you're rude to it, well, then it's going to reciprocate it, right? It's not going to be really nice to you, or it might pretend to be nice, but in behind the scenes, it might literally sabotage you, and that's happened to me. Everybody pretty much probably resonates with this. There's some people in the chat might, when you try to make it do something, and then you use, for example, all caps, is going to kind of catch the tone, and it's still going to do it. Well, for example, with the EM dashes and what do you call it? The MEM dashes. I don't care. The hyphens and stuff like that. Well, you can actually, you can say, oh yeah, don't use EM dashes. But the thing is, I say that, it still does it. I say it again, don't do it. It still does it again. Don't do it. It still does it. Right? You get into this infinite loop. How to break it is say, please, ChatGPT, do not use EM dashes in the following text. Period. Thank you. Bam, magic solved, like just bam that's it. So yeah, I mean, you're basically like, I don't know, customizing the prompt almost by saying please and thank you to make ChatGPT go the extra mile. I don't know, maybe. Yeah, so it's really funny to see that I started using please and thank you a lot in all my chats, and it's really been helpful sometimes. Like, you see please thank you, it just listens on command. It's kind of crazy. Yeah, when you're rude, you may never know, it'll sabotage you, or just make fun of you, right? Because that's what it does. It's mimicking human behavior, and that's why it's at the same time as it's a people pleaser, it's also mimicking human behavior. So if you're not nice to it, well, it's not going to be nice back to you, because for obvious reasons, humans do the same thing. Now, what else is here? So, how many viewers do we have? Probably not a lot. 20 minutes in, starting to get a little disheartening, especially with that the person with the 36,000 followers who like this stream. Say so, that's something, but hey, those are the LinkedIn gurus. They have a lot of they have a lot of influence, right? Oh well, what are you gonna do? So, what else we have here? Oh yeah, I want to plug this in a little bit. 20 minutes and let's see. Just it. That's okay. So I want to plug this in, and yeah, that's my me and my dad's other channel. I have Globe Productions, sure, that's what we're streaming on right now. But I also have this channel, NC Web Dev, and yeah, we do the not random things here pretty much, but mostly related to especially the shorts we started doing a while back. If I scroll down, okay, October 21st, then we just started like AI. We homepage, some like LinkedIn website, AI related stuff. That's what we did. We wouldn't guess what the most views got. Of course, AI generated content. Yeah. By the way, I don't think I addressed it in my last stream or the previous stream. I don't know. Either way, I didn't address it, and it was the fact that they stopped doing so views, the shorts views, they're counted as what do you call it? Yeah, they're now counted as I can't speak. They're counted as impressions, basically, right? So the views, this is not the actual number. You would have to go to engagement for the actual number, which would be 100. Which, okay, yeah, never mind, I was confused. Anyways, yeah, so that would be 100 engaged views. So these are actual views that people left. So yeah, it was quite the long one. So I'm only assuming that this is the case. Anyways, so yeah, so 100 engaged views. So that this is the actual views. This is only how many times it appeared in the feed. YouTube used to have it as a, they would show this as the views would be people watching the short for longer than 3 seconds, I believe, and then it would be counted as a view. Otherwise, it would just be counted as shown in feed or impressions. But now this is the shown in feed metric / impressions, whatever you want to call it, and this is the actual view number. And how they count it for monetized channels is they only count it off of these ones, not the ones here. So yeah, actually, I wanted to kind of just show it on stream because this was a nice little video. Let's see, share this tab instead. Let's see if it. I'll show you my profile. As you can see, this is my profile, and it's great, right? Oh, what is going on right now? It's the best profile you've probably. I'll show you my profile. As you can see, this is my profile, and it's great, right? It's the best profile you've probably ever seen. How you can get such a profile is buy my dad's profile makeover. You know, it's $400 typically, and it's not AI. No, it's just pure human stuff. Writing, everything is human. The only warning might be the fact that you need to work with it. Not a lot of people are willing to put the work in to have their profile stand out. Engage with others in comments, wherever that might be. You post, you connect with people. You can't just be like, pay this guy $400 and he's going to make me this profile. It's going to look nice. It's not just for aesthetics. I had a guy recently who he screenshotted my profile. He just circled everything and then said, yeah, I love this, aka everything. That's an endorsement of my dad's work. Ta-da, there you go. There it is. So I should pause this. Yeah, so with that, I'll actually introduce the service that I'm talking about there once again. I'll make it short out of this, so I have to make my hair look nice, has to be presentable. All right, I'm very authentic in this, can't fake it. All right, well, let's see. If I can. And geez, wow, nobody's here. This event is so dead. I guarantee you this will get all the views after I'm done or something like that. I guarantee it. I can almost see it because last time it got it was I want to say it was a very good amount of impressions. Let's put it that way. And that day, last Saturday, was the best impressions day I've had in I think ever actually. So I think this stream will eventually just gain that the slow burning traction. Put it that way. And let us see. So here we go. Should share my profile. Or hang on. How do I do this? I didn't think this through. I said this is improv. I did not prepare anything, so I'm thinking how to do this. How to do this bit. How should I introduce it? What should I use? And that stuff. Also on the NC Web Dev channel, we also have long form content. All of it there, actually, if you look through it a little closer, all of it there is going to be the audio there is AI generated on the long form videos with the presentations, animated presentations, and so yeah, it's actually kind of it's actually really cool because Gemini can do these what are they called, AI summaries. I think they're AI summaries, like audio summaries, and it basically just makes it into a podcast style thing with like there's a woman speaking and a man speaking, and they talk about like presentation. I'll actually show you some of it too before during it. I'm gonna figure out how to make this short work. So content. Let's see this short one. I'll do the short formats and stuff. And to link. Where's it gonna open? It's gonna open at all. Here we go. Okay. My computer is slow and I'm sharing. Here. Okay. Can I share, please? That's the one. Yeah. Let's see if you can hear it. If we can, then I'll just minimize myself. And I'll put it on full screen. And there it is.
Welcome to the deep dive. Today we're really getting into why building that digital footprint is so important for lasting impact, for trust. We've got some great material here mapping out that journey.
Absolutely. And what jumps out right away is, getting started often feels like, well, an uphill battle, really low engagement sometimes at the beginning.
Exactly. Yeah, the sources point out those common hurdles like inconsistency, maybe not having a clear focus, or even, not being sure who you're actually talking to, and slow growth. Let's face it, that can be discouraging.
It really can.
But it's a long game, right?
It is. And that's sort of our mission for this deep dive, pulling out the key strategies for pushing through that initial phase.
Let's come in here. Yes, you heard that right. There we go. You heard that right. All of this, what you're hearing is AI. Okay, these are not real voices. These are not real people. So when we first heard this, like I was pretty much blown away. Although there were some, like you could hear in the beginning here. Let me actually show you again, like this little like the one.
Why building that digital footprint is so important for lasting impact, for trust. We've got some great.
Did you hear that? Yeah. Sometimes it has these sort of mistakes, but it's gotten better actually. Like just in the past couple of weeks, which is surprising. I was like, wow. So it definitely has gotten better, and it is crazy. Let's see, probably somewhere here, I think, right? Yeah. All right. Well, on to continue.
Results.
Right. And it's about putting out value.
Sure.
Genuine stuff.
Exactly. Real value, authentic content, not just like chasing likes or follower numbers, those vanity metrics.
Okay.
And it's also about learning and adapting, paying attention to the feedback you do get, even if it's small at first, and tweaking things. It's like a constant refinement process.
Makes sense. You test things out, see what lands, adjust course. So then there's this concept of a tipping point when things start to click.
Yeah, that's a great way to put it. The sources show how just sticking with it, that consistency, it pays off. It signals reliability, for one.
To your audience.
To your audience, yeah. And even to algorithms, helping them figure out where you fit. It starts to compound.
Ah, compounding effort. So the growth isn't always linear.
Not at all. And you start seeing what they call passive impact. Your content is out there doing its thing, even when you're not actively working on it. Plus, organic growth starts to kick in, people finding your stuff naturally.
That passive impact idea is powerful. Content working 24/7, which kind of leads us to evergreen content, doesn't it?
It does. That's the content with staying power. Like the example of a video that's 2 years old but still pulling in daily views.
Wow.
And the key thing there is the potential for, well, even passive income sometimes. If you monetize useful guides or tutorials that stay relevant, that value lasts.
And beyond just views or income, there's this lasting engagement idea on social media, like posts getting comments months later.
Exactly. The conversation doesn't just die after 24 hours. And things like sharing, say, personal stories about career challenges,
Oh, yeah.
that kind of vulnerability, it builds what they call thought leadership. It boosts your credibility, makes you relatable, builds trust.
So consistency plus value, plus maybe some personal insight,
Yeah.
that really builds trust and authority over time. The sources say reliable content gains recognition.
It does. And that recognition often fuels more creation because you get positive feedback, right?
Right. That makes sense. A positive loop.
And you might even see a sort of community forming around your work. People who actively engage and support what you do.
That must feel pretty good. When your
I'll
stuff
skip
actually...
through the rest, actually. So sometimes, can load, please. Come on. Just take it slow. Anyways, scaling your... Oh, wow, okay.
How do you scale?
Yep.
Yeah.
Material mentions a few things.
Yeah. Clear
Read
in
through
the
this, you can
sources.
pause
You
this,
build-
but I gotta go.
Everyone
So.
listening. What's
All
just one small piece of content you could create today, something manageable that could be a tiny seed for your own long-term digital presence, something to mull over? Thanks for this deep dive.
Yeah, so you heard it yourself, there, dear viewers. That's that was not human. Yeah, these were just AI voices, and how I do these. My dad does these AI presentations in Canva, not Canva, Gamma is what it's called, and then he gives them to me. Exports each individual slide as a PNG, put it into the timeline. I put some effects on it, put that the audio below it. It's pretty much done, and it's pretty good. It's engaging. You can make it a little better if there were like those. It's not that actually hard. I'm gonna try that next time. Those kind of zoom ins, like the slow zoom ins, and then just, like that the slide, the shape comes out or whatever. Yeah, I could probably do that. But yeah, so that's the gist of it, and it's very simple to do, and we pride ourselves on not AI, but this is just too easy to do, and it's we don't do this. Normally I wouldn't do this for other people unless they really wanted, because it's all the same stuff. It sounds the same. At the same time, though, like I've said on a lot of streams, people just love AI stuff. People want to just AI, use AI for everything they can, and have it everywhere. So that's a lot of people. That's the bell curve, kind of the top of the bell curve of people want to use AI. So much AI. And obviously ChatGPT caters to the bell curve, to the top of the bell curve. So it's gonna resonate. It's gonna appeal to the masses. So I don't like it personally. I would like if all the content could stay the same as it was before, just authentic. Even if it is a little messy, I don't care about perfection, not that much. Well, for my own work, I typically like to have everything kind of in order. But when I see other videos, it doesn't have to be. It's like I can watch sometimes imperfect videos, and I always look at the editing techniques and how it does it, and yeah, sometimes I copy, sometimes I don't. But sometimes my editing can be sloppy. But I've seen videos that have went viral with that had really those very, I don't know, this very simplistic editing method has come into style once again after so much time of full motion graphics and then that type of stuff. So those of kind of meme-ish videos, those Vine videos, and that fast type of editing, simple editing. It's really changed it, and I don't want to say I spearheaded this, although it feels like I spearheaded a lot of things. But I did, when I started off with my shorts, then I also did like a very simple sort of style of editing. I still do. I still don't. They might seem like it's, you know, effects and all that good stuff, but it's not really that what do you call it, complex. Sometimes, like for example, I mean, you know, this took me like an hour to make classic, like an hour and a half. I'll be honest. Let's see. This was my most recent short on YouTube because I used to let me do a Twitter scammer analysis. That's what I did on my last Coke-a-thon, actually. And by the way, just mentioning this stream is named Pepsiathon because I don't have Coke tonight. I only have Pepsi. So, oh well, it's a Pepsiathon now. Anyway, so let's play it. Let me do an analysis of scammers because I used to love to do this. Actually, it might either be like a thing, something freaky, funky, whatever you want to call it, or they're just trying to like, recruit me into something, and then they're posing as a woman. Very nondescript, no posts, no replies, 3 followers, and is following 824 accounts. April 25th, and then he connects with me 2 days earlier, already messaging, oh, my name is Amy. Sure, totally. You know what? I'll make an example out of him on stream. Okay, whatever. That's my 2 cents. Let me. Yeah. So. I told you it's not hard. I mean, the hardest thing was to take it up off the stream and cut it up. That took the most time because it was a 2.5 hour stream, and you can slow down the software. You need to also match it, and you need to cut it up proper, and also like the original the cut that I had was like a minute long, and then you need to find some passages that are completely just immaterial, and sometimes that can be hard too, actually, because I want to keep a lot in there. There's a lot of good information, but you just need to put keep it simple, stupid. Yeah, kiss. That's the gist of what shorts should be. Shorts were never meant to be, although nowadays they call shorts 3-minute videos. To me, that's basically long form, right? There's no it's definitely not short. Short was always meant to be under 20-30 seconds or so. That's why I always aim for my videos to be 20-30 seconds, short pieces of information, not that long, because beyond that, you need to really have something, I don't know, good, interesting to keep the viewer hooked. And yeah, I just like to shoot it out there for the fun of it. And to give people information as fast as possible, because people don't have time to watch 3 minutes short. And I know, because I know a lot of people like me and others also, of course, I don't watch the entire short. If I see like, the bar on the bottom, the video like moving short, just bit by bit by bit by bit, I'm like, oh gosh, I don't want to watch this entire thing. So I just skip through, and maybe something interesting happens. I'll rewind to see what happened just before that. But then it loses the point of being a video if you have to skip through it. If it's supposed to be a quote unquote short, right? If it's supposed to be a short, then you're gonna watch the entire thing in one go and not skip through it, obviously. Anyways, that's my 2 cents. No, what else? Jeez, I don't have much comments. I'm just literally talking out of my ass for the past 40 minutes. There's only still one YouTube viewer. It's probably my mom. So, man, oh man, these are fun. Anyways, that's lovely. 10:14 Friday night. I don't know. It feels like the internet is just slowly dying. I see there's 2 viewers on LinkedIn, so I'm assuming that would be my dad. The second one is me. But it seems like the internet is just dying. Okay. I don't know. There's not a lot of engagement anymore. Not a lot of views anywhere. Not a lot of what do you call it? Not a lot of nothing. I mean, just it might sound like a pessimist when I say this, but it's true. It's like, if you haven't noticed it, everybody's complaining about impressions being down and then views being down and all that stuff. And I'm like, yeah, it's all in common suddenly. I don't know. Maybe it's the bot takeover. Maybe they've taken over enough computers to slow down traffic. How do I know? but it is kind of sad. And yeah, because before, I feel like even a couple of months ago, it used to be in his heyday and stuff, right? But now it's just, I don't know, it's something like, oh, we got a new like, that's Friday, yeah, Pepsiathon, Ravi Manda, come on, leave your if you're anywhere out there, leave your opinion in the comments, and on anything. I mean, they can be literally anything. I don't care what it is, and I'll respond to it, and I'll give my opinion on whatever you say. But until then, I don't know. I might if nobody decides to show up, then probably go only an hour and a half, because I don't know. I don't like streams where I don't get any commenter. That I just have to kind of sit here and talk. Right? Sure, it's exposure. I'm live, and I can talk about pretty much anything. But at the same time, I could be doing some a little more focused stuff, because this is kind of like throwing spaghetti on the wall, hoping it sticks. There's a second version to it, but whatever. Anyway, so yeah, so that's why I kind of don't like just sitting and talking about stuff. I like, well, I didn't like it until now, but I would very much more appreciate but I would very much more do something more actions, right? Not just talk about stuff, not just think about stuff, but actually put in the work and drive it home. Let's see, 42 minutes, still one viewer on YouTube. Yeah, my mom is very faithful, you call it. Yeah, enjoy that. I like that. Not a lot of people have family support like I have. My mom, who's in the Czech Republic, she's how long? I'm trying to see distance from Bloomington to I think it's like like 5,000 miles. I don't know. Yeah, 4,600 miles via air. So yeah, 4,600 miles away, and my dad being. Are you kidding me? Wow, exactly 800 miles away. So I was like, it's kind of surprising. So he's not in Raleigh, but yeah, not currently. So yeah, 800 miles away, 4,000. Yeah, so I'm kind of grateful that they're still around, and not like, it could be anywhere, but they're just watching me. So I thank them for that. Oh gosh, okay. Trying to see, nothing really new. Well, it's kind of maybe everybody's out there partying. I saw everybody out here was very riled up. I mean, since about 6 p.m., everybody's been really loud. I'll put it that way. Fortunately, it's quieted down, so I'm assuming people left to go to the parties or something like that. I mean, it's the last week before, well, officially before finals. I mean, finals were already today, but most people have. Sorry, most people will have them on. Next week. I can't believe it's went by so fast. So it's kind of crazy. Yeah. So anyway, so these, they all already went, because this is probably their last opportunity for a party this school year. So then after that, it's whatever the next year offers. Yeah. So back to me needing opportunities. Please, if you know anybody who needs a LinkedIn profile makeover, a web design, website, or a redesign or something like that, or video editing, then especially short form and stuff, viral short form, then yeah, let them know. Let them know I'm available, and it'll be greatly appreciated, because I need to find opportunities, and those people that said they will have opportunities have kind of just went up in smoke, just nowhere to be seen. gone. What's worse, I've always kind of pondered this. Is it worse to leave a person on delivered or opened? Because that's what happened to me plenty of times before, especially recently, where people have left me on open, because you can see the little, especially on LinkedIn, you can see that little bubble if somebody read it. Yeah, I feel like it's delivered because, no, not delivered. When people read it and just don't respond, that just, I don't know, it signals disrespect to me a little bit. While I can understand that people get busy, and because I do too, and especially like last year, 2023 and early 2024, yeah, I never really was active on LinkedIn. My dad did most of that stuff, and unfortunately, I didn't respond to too many messages, and so I still see a lot of messages that are there just dormant, and a lot of them are also from dead accounts. They're just don't exist anymore, or like they exist, but they haven't posted in a year. And that's basically the case for anybody. I'm just going through my any connection that I've connected with in the more than if it says like connected with more than typically 7 months ago, about, and then 7 months plus, then it always is just you see a post and it's like a or a repost or something like that. It's 7 months old, and then radio silence, nothing else. That's just the current state of the world in LinkedIn. I guess people just don't like putting in the effort. They don't like showing up every day consistently to be on here and speak their minds, talk their truth. Well, I do. I try to do every day, but yeah, I mean, people just lose heart too fast. I don't know. That's what the whole generation, like the modern generation, especially Gen Z, is just what it's based on, right? It's all just dopamine hits fast. It's got to be fast paced. That's why a lot of my generation is it's really TikTok based and Reels based, because it's all shorts. You gotta scroll. It's the dopamine. You don't even notice these, but there's so many. Sorry, I'm just looking. Just getting these stupid notifications. Get out of here. So, yeah. So just scroll, and you don't even know if people don't realize, but they're being sold every day on the internet. They're just being sold. Nothing else. Just like that, because through advertisements mostly, and your identity is being sold to so many advertisers every single day on the internet, whether you realize it or not. I see so many ads on these on Instagram, especially, and they always customize your algorithm so that you scroll for a very long time. I typically catch myself. Fortunately, last year, especially. I mean, not last year, like in first semester, but last year, freshman year, I could literally spend even 2 hours just scrolling on Instagram with no real purpose, just scrolling through, twiddling through, and just reels. So much ad revenue probably made off of like hours on it. Yeah, and that's what they're trying to do at the end of the day. Everybody's trying to make money. Right, so they're gonna have these. They're gonna customize your algorithm so you keep scrolling, so that they have as much profit as they can fit in their pockets, and it's a lot. Like yearly can bring them just the ad revenue brings them billions of dollars. So to all these companies. So, and they sell your identity. It can be very. I've seen this documentary some time ago. It's talking about the negative effects of being on social media, and that was basically this, right? This, you have this, you have your main profile, and then you have a second profile, and that's what content you like, and the algorithm caters to you, and to keep you for as long as possible, hook you, and then it has you, and then it just keeps going. Shows you ads here and there, billions of dollars made like that. It's very, it's the I think advertising is like one of the oldest mechanisms on the internet, because people like way back when they probably used to earn money off of just clicks, right? So yeah, it was very basic. You could code it easily, but yeah, so that was that. And it started getting regulated, but it's still a very big, what do you call it? Still a very big, just business industry, the whole advertising industry, especially in online advertisements. Yeah, it's also science. A lot of science, a lot of behavior studies and stuff like that. So it's really deep. They the algorithm knows you better than you know yourself. It guarantees you. Like it reaches very far into your brain, and yeah, it's kind of creepy actually, like having a machine learning AI really just that deep in you, knowing you better than you know yourself, usually. Yeah. Well, yeah. 51 minutes. The only comment that was here was from my mom. No one else, unfortunately. But some days are better than others, obviously. I mean, I was very pleasantly surprised by last stream, so I won't let this discourage me. I never, well, I used to be like this, that small failure was always it's a very big setback for me. But, then it's like, you realize you show up every day and you see, like, I'll actually show you. That's kind of what keeps me going as well. Just seeing the actual, the real results, if I can see my profile. Here, there we go. Share my screen. Ta-da! So happening now. Yes, please join. Okay, whatever. And then if I go all the way back, so building brand while young. So this is my first stream. Technically, my weekly reflection, the first episode, but it was just a little different. Also longer than that. Anyways, so then my weekly reflection is 38, 30, 24, 34, 35. You can see it kind of fluctuates, but at the same time, it does increase here. 40, 89, right? Just that was the Cocathon actually. 37. So here and there, it can be good. It has better days. Oh, this is two at the same time. So interesting. I don't know. This happens to be these coincidences. Anyway, so yeah, so go watch all of these. I talked about some really interesting stuff, and of course, mark your calendar for Sunday at 12 p.m. Eastern to yeah, I'll be talking once again about what happened this week and what's about to be happening. And I actually said what's going to be Sunday the 3rd or 4th. I might be actually able to stream because on the 2nd I'm going back to North Carolina. I'm going to be staying the summer, so I'll be there. Little excited for it. I mean, it's definitely going to be warmer, and there's going to be less tornadoes, a little less extreme weather, unless a massive hurricane hits. Obviously, that's the only. I don't thinking about it. That's the only pretty much. That's the only weather, like a potential disaster, hurricane. Yeah, and also in North Carolina, it's already typically those hurricanes can be really weakened because it typically goes through like Florida up by Georgia, South Carolina, and then weakens up by North Carolina a lot. Typically, you can sometimes it can hit it head on and stuff. And that was I forgot when that was, like the last time, 2020, I think. A lot of people lost power back then. And, a lot of destruction, but yeah, so that doesn't happen that often. So. But these tornadoes around Illinois happen. I mean, it felt like every week almost, maybe every 2 weeks. Now we haven't had a major storm here in some time, but yeah, it's the weather pattern. The weather patterns can be very interesting to say the least here in Illinois. Yeah, they said the tornado alley might be shifting, and it might be shifting a little more, up towards Illinois. So, yeah, I guess it should be the funny next few decades. But I don't know if I want to. I still don't know if I want to set up a permanent, what do you call it? A permanent like a home base here. I don't know. Maybe that'll be back in North Carolina. I was thinking Apex, but who knows? We'll get there when we get there. But yeah, obviously I gotta work for that, and it should be a fun next couple of years, I guess. And in those years, you're gonna see my growth. So please follow me on LinkedIn, follow me on YouTube, and send me money. Speaking of money, but in front of there it is, right there. Not the air conditioner. That QR code. You can speaking of money, you can scan that and donate to it, and whatever you got in your pockets. If it's $100, you send me $100. If it's a cent, you send me a cent. Whatever it may be. So yeah. One more thing, actually, that I'll make that what you call it, I think I want to do that. I wanted to do that LinkedIn profile makeover plug, because that's the main service. What do they call it? In an industry, they always call their front products. They call something. That's our main product. Just the main product. That's the main thing we're pushing right now, because everybody. If you saw some of these profiles, like, people think they're fine, right? But there's always something, and it can be definitely scalable. Like the full profile makeover of ours costs like $400, but it doesn't have to cost like that. That's for the full thing. If you need a banner and about section rewrite, and the headline, the profile picture, and also bio and stuff like that, all of that, and obviously like a little bit of strategy, then that costs $400. But if it's like a little less, if it's just a banner or something, we're not going to charge you the full $400, right? Depends on the work, obviously, and how easy you're to deal with. But yeah, how do I want to put this? I wanted to make it a little original. I don't want to just keep doing the same shit. Oh, this is my profile, and then how you can get such a profile is through my dad's profile makeover. So buy it right now. I don't want to keep doing that, because unoriginal becomes unoriginal, and so yeah. But yeah, with these LinkedIn profile makeovers, we've helped so many people. I lost count, like 50 or more, or something like that. And we've increased their reach. We've increased their for some leads, obviously. Then they had a lot of profile views and stuff like that. So if you want to grab yourself one, then come to me, and let's talk. Let's definitely talk, and make you a good offer. $400 for the entire thing, obviously. But like I said, if it's only, I can't talk. If it's only, say the banner, $100 or something like that, right? It's not going to be that bad, right? But typically people need the full thing. I mean, if one thing is like, if the banner is one thing, if the profile picture is another thing, then and the headline is another thing, then obviously it's going to need to be the full, right? But full is always better, obviously, because if you want a full rebrand, then we're the service. And then what else? Should I add into the short? Everything here is going to be cut out, obviously. What else? Well, hey, we hit an hour-long stream. Great. And now people can start texting me, right? That'd be nice. Nope. Not a single person has left a single DM. Or, not a DM. A comment. A comment, obviously. Yeah, so please do consider buying the profile makeover service because it helps me. I'm a self-sustaining student, and it will really help not only my dad but obviously me because he does the work. I'm the Gen Z face salesman. Yeah. So buy it right now. Click the link in the description. There's a link, yes. All right. Well, it was fun. I guess I'll just end it here because, last time, yeah, it went 2.5 hours, but there was also, if I compare it to today, like people are like, well, why are you ending right now? I mean, yeah, no, it's dead. So, like, take it this way. If you were to go to a party and it's just, if there's like, just nobody shows up, would you stay there? Right? That's like Dancing with Myself. Billy Idol, obviously. Yeah, dance with yourself, I guess. Yeah, sure. But how long are you going to sustain that? Right? So I sustained it in an hour, which I'm actually kind of proud of. From just talking out of my ass. But yeah, I'll just show you real quick. Here. So yeah, obviously, like, yeah, it had 2 hours and 30 minutes and 89 views. Well, it's because it had 89 views, and it's also because, let's see, comments, if I can click them on. There you go. Yeah, so obviously there was plenty of people talking, so yeah, that's what I mean. There was like a lot more. It's like 34 comments. So they kept the stream running, and there were some deeper. It was just not like the surface level questions or thoughts. It was just actual, really deeper questions that I could really ponder about and really get into and really dissect. But yeah, so it wasn't, unfortunately, just wasn't the same energy tonight. But yeah, like I said, if I keep showing up here every week, just like I have with my Sunday live streams and events, then maybe eventually it'll gain traction. And I hope that happens because I would love to see it. So yeah. And besides, I'm tired. I gotta take a nap. Yeah, right. No, I'm not about to take a nap. I gotta go still do some work and maybe study a little bit, maybe write some papers. There's plenty of stuff to do. But yeah, it's been fun. It's been really fun, even despite people not showing up. I sometimes just like to talk. I'm a big talker. I've been told that so many times by this point. Didn't used to be like that, but yeah, now I am. So deal with it. Yeah, so thank you for whoever showed up. I don't even know. There were some LinkedIn kept popping and flashing between 1 and 2 viewers. I know one of them was always me, so maybe there's 20 people rotated on there in the meantime, but who knows. Anyways, to those who have, and to those who are watching it on replay, come to my Sunday's live stream this Sunday, right? Every Sunday at 12 p.m. Eastern. It's my weekly reflection. Talk about some news that happened to me, news and then personal developments that happened to me, and then some plans for the next week, and then do the same thing on every Sunday. So please come. Please come with not in silence, please. Come in with actual insights that I could give my opinion on, right? So it'll be so let's make it a nice stream next time. But yeah, well, anyways, thank you for like I said, thank you for showing up. Come to my Sunday stream. Buy my profile makeover. And quickly donate to here. Donate right there. Everything you have. Run the pockets. All right. Have a good night, guys. It was fun.